Coming up, we'll learn all about a Ridgeland college preparatory school, and we'll also meet a Bluffton business that is helping other Bluffton businesses grow. It's all coming up right now on the Bluffton News. Welcome to the Bluffton News. I'm Anneliza Itkor, and we have a lot to cover: business, entertainment, and of course the latest local news. But first, let's start with Bluffton's current headlines. The Pink Partini, a popular monthly ladies' night out put on by Pink magazine, was mobbed this month, quite literally. Partygoers at the Tanger 1 location were unexpectedly entertained by a flash mob courtesy of Z4 Fitness Studio in Bluffton. Pink magazine, Tanger Outlets, and Beaufort Memorial Hospital teamed up at the Partini to raise funds for breast cancer awareness. This month's Partini hit record attendance numbers, with over 600 turning out to enjoy music, dancing, appetizers from Longhorn Restaurant, and a bevy of prize giveaways. A Bluffton cat received a bit of a shock when it came nose to fang with a 6-foot-long rare timber rattlesnake that had taken up residence in a Buckwalter condo complex. The cat escaped unharmed, and Critter Management was called to capture and remove the snake that was rather far from home, as Crotalus horridus is generally found in northeastern regions. Considered one of North America's most dangerous snakes due to its long fangs, impressive size, and high venom yield, this particular Bluffton resident was relocated to an undisclosed rural property between Ridgeland and Hardyville. You've heard the phrase stick in the mud. Well, in Yemassee this past weekend, they also had trucks and people in the mud as well. Sunday kicked off the Yemassee Shrimp Festival Mud Run, and custom trucks of all sizes took to the track, competing for cash purses and trophies. As the races progressed, the mud got deeper and muddier, and that's when the foot races began. A 15 and under and 16 and up foot race was run, with some runners slogging through mud up to their waist. It was all good, clean, or, well, maybe not so clean, fun. The next mud run race in Yemassee will be held October 20th. In 2008, Saul's Funeral Home in Bluffton set aside 580 grave sites for Temple Oseh Shalom so the congregation could develop a cemetery that would accommodate Jewish burial rites. This week, Temple members, that number over 500, came together to dedicate a memorial marking the entrance to the cemetery. Having a local cemetery will make it easier for members of the congregation to observe Jewish rites, which require burial within 24 hours or as soon as possible. About 300 of the plots will be reserved for Temple members who observe conservative and Orthodox Jewish traditions, while the remaining grave sites will be for those who observe Reform Judaic traditions. The dedication coincided with the beginning of Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year celebration. The 38th annual Hardyville Catfish Festival drew big crowds over the weekend with a parade, amusement rides, midway games, a car and motorcycle show, and of course, lots of catfish. Festival goers competed in a catfish stew competition, a beauty pageant, a bake-off, and an all-day cornhole tournament. Mike the Chicken Man Culver and the Beaufort Shag Club delighted the throng Saturday afternoon, while live music from the headliners and fireworks brought the festival to an exciting close. And here's what's happening around the state. A 20-year-old Elgin man was fatally shot over the weekend in a McDonald's parking lot in Columbia. Richland County Coroner Gary Watts identified the shooting victim as Steve McCoy. After the 9 p.m. Saturday shooting at the McDonald's at 2911 Two Notch Road, McCoy was transported to Palmetto Richland Memorial, where he was pronounced dead of a gunshot wound to the head at 9:33 p.m. Columbia Police Chief Randy Scott said the shooting apparently happened after an argument between the two groups of people in the parking lot erupted in gunfire. Police are continuing to investigate the shooting. A meat processing business in Horry County has been destroyed by fire. Apparently, the fire at the Aner-Conway locker plant started early Sunday morning, and the roof had already been burned through when the fire crews arrived. A section of Highway 501 was shut down while firefighters worked to put out the fire. Investigators are still working to determine what caused the fire. Customers say the meat processing business had been a go-to spot for hunters in the western part of the county. Authorities say skeletal remains found by two hunters in Spartanburg County belong to a 20-year-old Boiling Springs woman reported missing in May. The remains found late last week have been identified as those of Crystal Lynn Freeman, who had been missing since April. However, Freeman's disappearance wasn't reported to authorities until more than 3 weeks later. Hunters found the remains in Fingerville on land close to where Freeman's ex-boyfriend lived. Authorities have not said how Freeman died, and no arrests have been made. South Carolina thieves looking for copper wire and anything else they can sell are climbing telephone poles and hitting new homes still under construction. The Greenville News reports that Spartanburg County deputies are looking for crooks who sliced about 400 feet of cable and telephone lines from poles 35 feet off the ground. Chesney residents reported losing service sometime in the pre-dawn hours last Friday. Thieves in Ridgeland County are targeting homes still under construction and taking everything from newly installed appliances to the wiring behind walls. Ridgeland County Sheriff's investigator Scott Blair says the refrigerators, air conditioners, washers, and dryers are being sold on social media websites. He has advised construction crews to mark the wire and log the serial numbers on appliances. For more information on these headlines and more, please check out the media sources you see listed on your screen. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Coming up, BJ Frazier of the Bluffton Sun joins us for Hot Off the Presses here on the Bluffton News.
The smoked chipotle burrito is really good.
Yeah, my zesty cheesesteak burrito's great.
Are you familiar, Pete, with the phrase, don't mess with success?
Yeah.
Because this is not only messing with success, this is taking success to the cliff and shoving success over.
Success said, oh, please, don't do anything. Leave me alone.
These burritos didn't even hear that. They heard, oh, put, and that was it. It was just like, wah. Egg everywhere.
Wake up to sirloin steak and fluffy eggs with the new zesty cheesesteak and smoked chipotle breakfast burritos. This is how you Sonic.
Welcome back to the Bluffton News. Joining me now is BJ Frazier from the Bluffton Sun. Now, BJ, I understand that it has been a really busy week in Old Town Bluffton.
It certainly has. We celebrated, you know where the Four Corners is, right down by Nickel Pumpers?
Absolutely.
Well, diagonally across the street is a Reclamation by Design building that's really classy.
It's a great building, yeah.
Isn't it? And for a while now, they've been working on an open space there that includes benches, and there's actually a map made out of brick that shows Old Town. And everybody wondered what it was. And last week, they dedicated the open space. Bill Herkersman, who is our state representative, he's been working on this park idea for about 10 years. And unfortunately, about a year ago, his brother Tom passed away, and he dedicated the park to his brother in his brother's name. So it's now the open space common grounds for his brother Tom. So I thought that was really, really classy. And it really puts a nice little crowning glory on that corner. And at the same time, the Hilton Head Bluffton Chamber of Commerce, which has been in Bluffton for about 15 years, they, in the Reclamation by Design building, opened their new headquarters. And as Bill Miles, their president and CEO, said, it's on the May River Road and Bluffton Road, and it's really Main on Main. I mean, that's the heart of Old Town.
That's a very busy corner.
So it's a wonderful, wonderful addition to the area, and it keeps growing and prospering. And at the same time, Reclamation by Design, that actually built that building, had their grand opening. So it was quite a celebration. It rained during the event, but it didn't dampen the spirits. People had barbecue from Bluffton Barbecue, and it was a great time for all. So a lot of fun.
Now, moving away from the party element in Old Town Bluffton, I understand there's something really interesting happening for seniors.
Yeah, the thought is, as we all know, the baby boomers, not that I'm one, but the baby boomers are going to be retiring now and aging and living longer and so forth. And there are not enough facilities in the country, or particularly the Low Country, to handle all these baby boomers as they go into assisted living and so forth. So what's being developed are virtual villages for seniors, where groups, local groups, get together and do volunteers and allow people to stay in their homes for a longer period of times. There's one right now in Rose Hill that's formed, and it's really doing wonderful work. It's our lead story in this week's Bluffton Sun, so take a look.
That's really cool. You know, I'm kind of excited to see what they're going to be coming up with for us ex-Jenners.
Absolutely.
Anyway, BJ, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We go now to Rodney Vaughn, who, of course, always brings the fun with this week's Bluffton Entertainment Report.
Thanks a lot, and I'm here today with Lisa Cappano. Lisa's the event organizer for the Old Town Bluffton Merchant Society. Now, Lisa, Oktoberfest is headed our way just very shortly, and Bluffton has their own special way to kick it off.
We do. We have the 8th annual Bluffton Beer and Brats Bluffton's Oktoberfest. We're changing our theme a little bit this year. We're going to have plenty of German foods from local vendors. We have a great band lineup. We have all sorts of things planned.
Awesome. Now that's a mouthful, Bluffton's Beer and Brats Oktoberfest?
Yes.
Wow. And it's going to be a little different location this year than the previous years.
Exactly. It's going to be in the Promenade, located right in the heart of Old Town Bluffton. It's going to be on the side, so it'll be visible from 46 both ways, which is going to be great exposure for us.
So the corner of May River Road and Highway 46.
Correct.
Yes, and that's a big lot and space there and lots of room for activities. Can you tell us a little bit about some of those?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, it's on September 22nd, and what's great about it is that's the true Oktoberfest kickoff in Germany.
Wow.
So we lucked out on our date, but we're going to have 3 live bands. First up is Liquid Ginger. They're going to be from 1 to 2:30. Then we have a genuine Oompa band, the Rhinelanders.
Oompa, oompa.
Yes, we can't wait for that. So we're going to be having the chicken dance and all kinds of authentic music and dances and what have you. They're going to be playing from 3 to 5.
Okay.
And then at the end, to finish it off, we have OCD, and they're a local band. They're great. They're going to be 5:30 to 7.
Right, yeah, that is a great local band. So, Lisa, this is a beer and brats festival. Now, that would indicate that there's going to be some beer to drink, right?
Absolutely. Plenty of Oktoberfest, German beers, local breweries, as well as German wines and wines of your choice. A lot of different, some craft, like I said, Spaten, Hefeweizen. There's plenty of really good beers out there.
So if you like German beer, those names obviously mean something to you, and that's going to be a great change from the regular beer that we're used to drinking.
Right.
Give us an opportunity to welcome some cooler weather that we've been having for this past week and get everybody out to enjoy the festivities.
Absolutely.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, the event is from 1 to 7, but the food vendors are going to be there entire time?
Absolutely. From 1 to 7, they're going to have authentic German food, from bratwurst to turkey legs to German potato salad, you name it, it'll be there.
Oh my gosh, awesome. I can just see some people walking around with a turkey leg. That's
Absolutely.
going to really be genuine.
Absolutely.
Now, if you don't have to work Saturday, come out and join us in the Promenade in Old Town Bluffton. And if you do have to work, the event is from 1 until 7, so you can catch a little bit of a late lunch with us and pick up something from one of the vendors. And kids are welcome to attend?
Absolutely. We'll have kids play there. We'll have face painting, balloons, all those things. We'll also have a cornhole tournament throughout the whole day. Free of charge.
Wow, that's cool. And the event is a nominal admission fee of $5.
Yes.
Right? And that's
Yes.
just to cover some of the entertainment expenses.
Absolutely.
Well, this event is brought to you by the Old Town Merchant Society, and they do a lot to help out promote Old Town Bluffton and tourism in the area. So we're ever so thankful for that group. And we'd like to thank Lisa for joining us today.
Thank you.
And back to you.
I'll tell you, Rodney, you always know how to make us look forward to the weekend. When we return, John Rogers, headmaster of Thomas Heyward Academy, and Sandy Benson from Custom Audio Video.
Tara's Men's Den, located beside Tara's Salon at the Moss Creek Village, is a full-service salon for men only. Open Monday through Saturday from 9:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. We offer haircuts, color, highlights, waxing, and treatments for hair loss. No appointment necessary, so come enjoy a relaxing atmosphere for men only, and don't forget senior discounts every Wednesday. Call or visit us today. Our number is 843-837-5555.
Welcome back to the Bluffton News. Joining us now is John Rogers, who's the headmaster of Thomas Heyward Academy. Welcome, John.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
John, why don't we start off by giving our viewers a little bit of a background of the history of Thomas Heyward Academy?
All right, it was obviously named for the sign of the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Heyward. It's been in existence since 1970. It's a college preparatory school, K-4 through 12, located, of course, in Ridgeland, South Carolina.
Now, is the Thomas Heyward Academy environment conducive to learning?
It certainly is. I don't think you can have a school that's good at anything if you don't have an environment that's conducive to learning.
Now, how do you document yourselves as a college preparatory school?
Well, this past year, for example, we sent 100% of our graduates to college, and the senior class earned $1.5 million in earned academic scholarships.
That's a pretty impressive statistic. Do you have an idea of how that compares with other schools in the area?
I think it's consistent with the private schools in the area because all of them that I know of are college preparatory schools.
And do you have a specific area of academics that you focus on?
We have the entire curriculum. We take the math through calculus, and we take the science through physics and advanced biology, and of course English through 4 years. Standard college preparatory curriculum.
All right, well, so now that we've covered the academics, how about the arts and sciences?
Very fortunate to have an outstanding art teacher, and Ms. Carmen Pinckney. We have an art program funded by a private family in Ridgeland that gave us some money to start up. And we have students that have won honors at the art show in Columbia, and just very fortunate to have a real good setup in the arts.
It sounds like you've got a very well-rounded program. Very quickly, anything special coming up this fall?
Well, we are looking forward to Miss Dinah Gretsch, who is a parent that funded our music program. We're going to send a group of students to the State Music Festival, and hopefully they're going to perform with the African drum setup that they've got. And Dinah Gretsch, through Ms. G's foundation, Gretsch Enterprises, has taken care of that for us. So Ms. Gretsch and Ms. Pinckney comprise our entire fine arts department.
Well, John, thank you so much for giving us a bit of an insider's view into Thomas Heyward Academy, and best of luck with the coming school year.
Thank you very much for having us.
I am now pleased to welcome a familiar face to the Bluffton News, Sandy Benson from Custom Audio Video. Sandy, I understand that you recently made a very generous donation in kind to the Don Ryan Center for Innovation.
Hi, Anneliza. Thanks for having us. Yes, absolutely. We provided and installed a Samsung 46-inch commercial display and teleconferencing HD camera along with an Apple keyboard, trackpad, and Mac Mini to allow for video conferencing at the center.
Wow, that's impressive. Now, what is that going to help the Don Ryan Center do?
The Don Ryan Center for Innovation will be using the system for video conferencing, participating in webinars, and for seminars. They'll also use it for group presentations and to review and practice presentations, including investor presentations.
So that's really going to help these newly forming businesses get their word out, get their businesses built. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And, you know, we're definitely thrilled that we can be able to support the center on its, on this successful mission. But they, their idea is to provide the resources for the entrepreneurs, inventors, and small business people that they're going to need to be successful in encouraging their business growth. And therefore, with us helping out with this part of it, the video conferencing, hopefully that will be a lead-in for them to be able to support the technologies and allow them resources that maybe they wouldn't have been able to receive before.
Now, why exactly did Custom Audio Video decide to make this gift in kind?
Well, again, the whole idea of the Don Ryan Center for Innovation is for the local growth of the economic environment of the of this community, and which is so exciting for us in Bluffton. And we're certainly a small business, and we cherish other small businesses coming into our area.
Well, I think you're generating a whole lot of great karma for Custom Audio Video. Thanks so much for taking time out of what I know is a very busy day.
Thanks, Anneliza.
When we return, Shellie West-Hodges with the Bluffton Business Report.
Okay, so it's a romantic dinner for two. Now, I've already cut some tomato. Time for the vinaigrette. You are gonna love this. Okay, we need some sesame seeds. My favorite pan. Now, what's really important is
with Merillat cabinets, you'll discover function that's irresistible.
good thing I'm not the jealous type.
Hi, we're here today at Station 300 and I'm with John Holden, who is the Director of Operations and Guest Happiness. But we are here for a different event. We are here to celebrate something inside of Station 300. John, tell us a little bit about your new restaurant here.
We're very excited to open this new restaurant called Zeppelin's. As you can see, maybe see behind us, we've got a couple of Zeppelins hanging from the ceiling. We've got a hot air balloon that is a functional bar. The Zeppelin's concept is a family-orientated, full-service restaurant. You can buy chicken, you can buy seafood, you can buy steaks, you can buy anything that you would get in a normal restaurant.
So now you don't necessarily have to be an avid bowler or even come in to bowl. You could just come into the restaurant and use the restaurant, is that correct?
Absolutely. We want individuals that just want to come in and have a nice meal, quiet meal. We also have something different. We have live entertainment throughout the week. We've got a band plays on Tuesday nights. We have bands every Friday and Saturday night as well.
Okay, now you're located out here at Buckwalter Place and there's a lot of activity here. How long has Station 300 been here?
Station 300 opened on January the 7th, and then we reconfigured and reopened Zeppelin's restaurant in mid-June.
Okay, now this is a pretty big facility. Tell us a little bit about how many people you staff here.
We have about 70 people on our staff. A lot of them are servers, bartenders that work in Zeppelin's, and then the remainder work in the bowling center and arcade room itself.
Well, that's awesome. So that's a good bit of people here in town that work here. It's a great place, great restaurant. We're happy to be here with you today and celebrate your ribbon cutting and grand opening. And we look forward to many events here at Station 300 and Zeppelin's. Please come out to Zeppelin's and see John and his staff. And it's back to you.
Thanks, Shellie. Allow me to introduce you to Spirit. Spirit appears to be all blue tick coonhound. She loves kids and has an angelic disposition. Spirit is dreaming of the day when your bed might be her bed too. To meet Spirit or for more information about other adoptable animals, please contact Brookshaven Animal Rescue at 843-757-7387. Thanks for joining me for the news program that is all Bluffton all the time. I'm Anneliza Itkor for the Bluffton News. We'll see you next time.